James and Joe, and we're representing the School of Design from Northumbria today. We would like to spend a little bit of time to talk about two of the projects we've done in our third year of our degree. I think our focus is going to be on just sharing our experiences with you, the tools we used and the skills we used, and how effective these skills and tools were in the project. So the first project was with Intel, and this was really made possible by Intel staff who gave up their time in two locations, and these two locations were Portland in Oregon and San Francisco. So I just want to quickly run through a few of the outcomes that came from this project. What I'm going to show you is three products, and these were products that were taken to Intel and presented at their headquarters in Portland. So first of all, we've got Bamboo, and this was a laptop computer that looked at making computing completely wireless. Then we had Lightbox, and this was a tablet PC that was specifically for cameras, for photographers. And what this device aimed to do, it consolidated all the different processes a photographer goes through into one device. Then lastly, we've got Goji, and this was another tablet, but this was looking at how to improve the hospital experience for patients, whilst also increasing the efficiency of the medical practice. So on to the tools we used for this Intel project. First of all, we've got Global Studio, which we're going to refer to as a clone. And this was a dedicated site in which we could upload our development and work over the course of the project. And this was really our main point of contact with Intel. We also used teleconferencing, so pretty much on a weekly basis we had teleconferencing and Skype with Intel, so we could go through our work and they would give us feedback on the direction that they thought the project should take. Then I guess it's everyday tools such as your Outlook accounts and stuff like that were really important, again, in making contacts with tutors and just getting the information that you need to plan your projects. So they're all pretty important, but we thought the Global Studio is probably the most appropriate one to look at. So that's what we're going to look at for a little bit. So as I also mentioned, the Clone is a dedicated site that we could upload our group's development. And this was kind of almost like a micro-social network, in that create an environment that was safe and secure for all our data to be put and viewed. So Intel could view our work. And what we particularly liked about the Global Studio is that when we were in the calls, you'll notice we've circled the navigation bar at the top, and that was really effective at jumping between the different things we'd put on previous weeks, because we always went in with trying to get what we wanted to hear from Intel, but quite often we kind of deviate off what we actually were talking about. So that was really good at just going back and talking maybe a little bit about what we did 2 weeks ago and why we sort of have made this decision. So that was really good at just like quickly going back and forth between what work we were presenting and what work we previously presented. And another way we communicate with Intel on this website, on the Clone website, was there was a section that was dedicated to feedback. But whilst we never really used this part of it, or this feature that much, it was still important because it gave us the opportunity, if we wanted to clarify anything with Intel, they could write what their feelings were towards the directions we made. a mini social network, we could upload our profiles and really gain an understanding of not only who we're working with outside of the university, but actually people on our course. So then we could tailor what skills that specific person had and play on that factor, which made just made it so much easier. And I'm going to pass you over to Jill.
Hi. So moving on. How did this project and Clone together help us working with industry? So this was it's really good to get judgment from industry professionals. You can see up there, that's Nick Oakley, who's a senior designer for Intel. So getting feedback from him, it gives real value to your project. It's different from previous projects where your client is your tutor or your client is your peers. You've got a real life client there working on the project with you. You can see that he's given us a bit of feedback, a bit of matching shot. So it's like critical assessment, and it's all sector specific as well. Because he's a senior designer at Intel, who are a global consumer electronics, they're like a giant in that field. He's obviously day-to-day working in that sector, and then for him to give his feedback on our project added just so much value. And obviously, without Clone, we wouldn't have been able to do that. I think he visited us twice throughout the project, and Clone really enabled us to communicate with him, like paired with Skype as well, and teleconferencing. It really helped us get some real industrial feedback. So what were some of the challenges we faced with Cologne? Sorry.
So there are a number of things, different problems that we faced when we actually used the Cologne website. And one of the main things that was really troublesome for a lot of the students was actually navigating to different project folders. And as you can see on this slide, there's lots of, it's very text heavy, and to navigate through, which we found a little bit difficult. And there's one of the other points that we had was that a lot of the time in design, obviously, a lot of the iconography and a lot of the branding is quite visually sensitive. So if you spend quite a lot of time working on that, and then you have to upload it to this kind of interface. For example, here's just the brand logo of one of the teams, and you can see that all around it is this the global studio interface. And sometimes if you spend a lot of time working on a kind of graphical layout, you feel that it gets a little bit devalued and ruined by the layout. But
yeah, just a point to add to that, if you're more of an academic background, so you're not studying something as visually sensitive as we are, it'd be absolutely fine, because you'd be uploading text-rich stuff rather than visually rich things. So that sort of negative was definitely specific to design. You wouldn't face that problem had you been uploading something more academic and text-rich. Yeah.
So, as designers, how can we use these tools effectively so we can communicate with clients and we can communicate within our own groups? So because one of the most obvious things was the distance between us, working with Intel, obviously a great opportunity, but they were based in Oregon and based in San Francisco. So Clone really enabled us to share vast quantities of data across this distance. Also, because confidentiality is something that's so important to a global client such as Intel, it was really important that we were using a really secure site. So every student was given their own login, their own password, and it really reinforced that it was a really secure site. So any kind of sensitive data was completely kept out of the way.
The next project that I would like to talk a little bit about is a project we did with Motorola. And the theme of this brief was around entertainment and gaming on the go. And this was aimed at a business user. This project also it gives you an idea of like the scale that the project were on. It was, as James was saying, it was really challenging to get across ideas and your thoughts to people so many thousands of miles away. So if we quickly look at the project, this was motor art, and this project looked at how a creative environment innovates ideas and responds to changing business demands. So motor art responded to that in that it was a tablet in which you could create your own artwork. So it would be almost like a source of creativity where a business user could use this tablet to create a piece of artwork and send it to their colleagues. So it would be almost like a break from the norm. Actually, now on to Joe.
Yeah, so moving on to the Motorola project, as Luke said, the brief was to produce a mobile gaming and entertainment device, and that's the final product there, called Motorola, which is a digital canvas, as he said. For this project, the main communication tools we used were Vimeo, which is a video hosting site. That was to upload the final deliverable of the project to, because we had to make a short video about the project that we'd collaborated on. WordPress, which is sort of the replacement for Plone. So on this project we used a different software for that. WordPress is like an open source online workspace. And then again we used our Outlook emails to communicate with tutors, not so much to communicate with the other students in Korea or any of the lecturers or clients in Korea. That was mainly on Skype. Quite heavily we used the instant messaging on Skype as well, so you can see each other, and we weren't really speaking much because the language barrier was more written.